Yeah, so my job is to go out and find, our third-party software providers that our customers are using and deliver our SONAR spot rate data via our API. We have, everything from price discovery, supply and demand metrics, capacity metrics that our customers use to do bids, to forecast, to find any type of, issues that'll come up and try and be a little proactive versus reactive in the market. In today's ever-changing world with e-commerce and people wanting things now, having the freshest up-to-date data is crucial. First, they want to be like in the cloud, something that's modern where they're it's not a legacy provider where it's stuff that's on-prem. They want rapid real time, and that's kind of perfectly with what our data provides. Is we provide that high frequency. Most of our data is less than 24 hours old, so you're getting some of the freshest data. Mirroring that up with modern technology that lives on the cloud is something that our customers kind of demand at this point. One of the things that we really liked about Revenova, well, first of all, I was a user of Revenova, so I had some familiarity there. And then I also like that it's built on Salesforce. Like a lot of these, a lot of teams that are within a brokerage are, living within Salesforce. And so to have a system that they're already natively familiar with and being able to use that within their TMS, I think it was a no-brainer from Freightway's perspective. And also, you have that real-time updates. I think the biggest thing is just the ease of use for our customers. That's not the case for every integration. There's sometimes multiple steps and hoops that our customers have to go through. And from my experience, if you make the customer's life difficult of getting set up, the chances of adoption and stickiness tend to go down. Whereas with the Revenova integration, it's very simple. These firms are coming out with different AI tools to help automate the different processes, the repeatable processes that your brokers are dealing with. And so I think that's the one thing that I hope that continues is that adoption of technology just to make the people who are on the ground, their lives a little bit easier. If it's easy for an end user to use, they're going to put that into their daily workflow. Whereas if there's multiple steps or it's a pain to get what you're looking for, chances are they're not going to adopt it, and it's not going to get adopted by the user, not going to get adopted by the department. And then stickiness, they're gonna once that contract ends, there's probably zero likelihood that they're gonna renew, right? Revenova does a great job in the way they make it easy for the customer and the way that they display that to the end user, bringing that rate data, into the order screen where your ops people live, your sales people live, then management that can go in and review the rates to see how they're performing against the market. The following day, you have those updated rates, and so you can make those decisions that directly impact your business. Our competitors, typically when they're providing rates, it's based on that invoice date. So that's when the load picks, the load delivers, accounting gets it, delivers it out in their system, and bills their customer. That rate's being then displayed to the end user. A lot can change in that. Would that be, it could be 7 days, 10 days, 15 days, sometimes longer, depending on the lane they're looking at. And a lot of things can change within the supply chain in that course of 7 days. You can go from, a pretty normal market to a hurricane that comes up, and, the rates aren't going to reflect that because they haven't been invoiced yet to those platforms to provide that new rate. Right now, we're only providing dry van and reefer spot rate data. We're discussing bringing in our flatbed rate data that's coming out here in the next month, and then also some supply and demand metrics because, rates are one thing, but they don't tell the whole story. And so if you don't know the context behind the rate, it's hard to get adoption and get users to trust that rate. Within our spot rate data, we have stuff and we call our metadata. So that's going to tell you how many loads did we collect to capture that rate. What was the look back period? What was the origin destination radius? So how far did we have to go out from that 3-digit origin zip code to grab that rate? We provide all that in that API so that your mutual customers, if they want to know, hey, how did they derive this rate? Where did it come from? We can pull that back and give that to you. We want to just be the transparent, trusted source of supply chain data in the industry. And in order to be that transparent, you got to show everything. You got to pull back the curtains a little bit. And so we do that with that metadata. Like I had mentioned, we do the look back period. We also have a 5-25 rule, so we have 5 contributors comprising more than 25% of the rates that we receive. That way, one company doesn't have a stranglehold on a lane. It's just, you're getting an even look of what's going on in the marketplace.